we're expected to be perfect and polite. Not only is it tiring, but it's only a few of us who can actually be that way. Most of us are too busy surviving, are too busy fighting off settlers and soldiers to actually deliver a perfect script to a Western audience. We've kind of like instilled it in ourselves to always assume that the listener is suspicious of us. And thus we don't talk about the home demolition or the airstrike without first setting up the conditions in which the airstrike was illegal, or first, polishing the victim of these things. And I wanted to write the book in such a way that I believe the reader is already engaging with me in good faith. And they are almost like a visitor in my house, and they have to respect me. And I don't have to start every sentence with a disclaimer. And if they want to read it in bad faith or willfully misinterpret it, then, Goodreads is free. They could. Thank you.
You're beginning to describe the politics of appeal, which is the title of your book. So I wanted to ask you, what are the politics of appeal, and how else have they limited Palestinians from being seen and also seeing themselves in their full complexity?
We kind of have to be doctors and lawyers and journalists in order to be worthy of grieving. Our men have to kind of atone for their gender by being good fathers and by being gentle souls and having viral videos of them feeding cats, as if anything justifies brutality. So the very, very basic thesis of this book is to say, even if our fathers were not gentle, and even if our women and children are actually involved in political organizing or violent protests, nothing justifies occupation, nothing justifies colonialism. Everything else is a symptom. And that's the disease, the root cause of everything.
You just mentioned the example of a man in Gaza feeding stray cats.
I feel like within us there's this kind of racial bias almost, in which we have to prove to ourselves that these men we're seeing are gentle and good and blah, blah, blah before we can advocate on their behalf. And that's a racist impulse. It should not exist because people should survive regardless. For us to be spokespeople, or for Palestinians to even be given a microphone or be asked to speak, we have had to survive some kind of spectacular violent event in order for us to speak. We have had to endure a home demolition or lost a beloved person to Israeli occupation. Meanwhile, Israelis can just be experts and analysts. And I wanted to push back against this. My worldview is what I'm introducing to the reader. I don't need to audition to the reader first and then tell them my story.